In the heart of Afikpo, a vibrant town nestled within the lush hills of Ebonyi State, Nigeria, the morning sun bathed the land in a golden hue. The air buzzed with life, children's laughter echoed through the village paths, and the aroma of freshly made fufu and spicy soup wafted from the homes. Afikpo was a town where the traditions of old intertwined seamlessly with the vibrancy of the present. At the center of this thriving community was Youth, a woman of remarkable grace and virtue. She was known throughout Afikpo for her unwavering kindness, wisdom, and beauty that shone from within. Youth's heart was as vast as the lands that stretched beyond the hills, and her spirit was unyielding like the ancient trees that stood guard over her home. Youth lived in a modest but well-kept compound near the market square. Her home was always open to those in need, and her smile could brighten the darkest of days. She had inherited her mother's talent for weaving, and her intricately designed baskets and clothes were sought after by many in the village and beyond. Her husband, Nwachi, was a fisherman who spent his days on the waters of the mighty Cross River, which flowed with a life force that mirrored the energy of Afikpo. Nwachi's fishing skills were unparalleled, and he provided abundantly for their family. Together, Youth and Nwachi had built a life filled with love, respect, and mutual support. Their 3 children, Uche, Otu, and Ugok, were the pride of their lives. Uche, the eldest, was wise beyond his years, with a keen interest in the stories and traditions of their people. Otu, the second-born, had a playful spirit and a curiosity that knew no bounds. Yugo, the youngest, was a gentle soul with a heart as kind as her mother's. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, Youth prepared to go to the market. She donned her brightly colored wrapper and tied a matching scarf around her head. With a woven basket in hand, she set off down the dusty path, greeting neighbors and friends along the way. The market was a bustling hub of activity. Vendors called out their wares, and the vibrant colors of fruits, vegetables, and handmade goods created a tapestry of life. Youth's presence in the market was like a soothing balm. She greeted everyone with warmth and took the time to listen to their stories and worries. On this particular day, as Youth arranged her baskets on her market stall, she noticed a young woman sitting nearby with a look of worry on her face. Her name was Amora, and she had recently moved to Afikpo with her young daughter after her husband's untimely death. Life had been harsh to Amora, and her eyes spoke of sorrow and fear for the future. Youth approached Amora with a gentle smile. "Good morning, my dear. How are you today?" she asked, her voice filled with genuine concern. Amora looked up, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Good morning, Mama Youth. I am trying to be strong, but it is hard. There is so much to worry about." Youth placed a comforting hand on Amora's shoulder. "I understand, Amora. Life can be difficult, but you are not alone. We are all here to support one another. If you ever need anything, please come to me." Amora nodded, a small smile breaking through her sadness. "Thank you, Mama Youth. Your kindness means more than you know." As the day wore on, Youth continued to sell her baskets and clothes, her heart warmed by the small act of kindness she had extended to Amora. It was in this moment of connection and compassion that youth found her true purpose. Weeks passed, and the rhythm of life in Afikpo continued its harmonious dance. The village thrived on the collective energy of its people, each day bringing new stories and challenges. Youth's reputation as a virtuous woman spread far and wide, and people from neighboring villages came to seek her wisdom and guidance. One crisp morning, as Youth was tending to her garden, a stranger arrived in Afikpo. His name was Obinna, and he carried an air of mystery and determination. Obinna had traveled from the distant town of Enugu, following rumors of a woman whose wisdom and kindness had no equal. He hoped to find solace and answers to the troubles that weighed heavily on his heart. Obinna's arrival did not go unnoticed. The villagers of Afikpo, ever curious and welcoming, quickly gathered to hear his story. He spoke of a once prosperous life that had been shattered by unforeseen misfortunes. His business had failed, and he had lost everything he held dear. Now, he sought a new beginning and hoped that the stories of Youth's wisdom were true. Youth, upon hearing of Obinna's plight, invited him to her home. "You are welcome here, Obinna," she said warmly. "Tell me more about your journey and how I can help you." As they sat in the shade of a mango tree, Obinna poured out his heart. He spoke of his struggles, his fears, and his desire to find meaning and purpose once again. Youth listened intently, her eyes filled with empathy and understanding. "Life has a way of testing our strength," Youth said gently. "But it also offers us opportunities to grow and find new paths. You have come to the right place, Obinna. Afikpo is a town of new beginnings, and we will help you rebuild your life." Over the next few weeks, Obinna became a familiar face in Afikpo. He found work helping Mochi with the fishing nets and quickly became part of the close-knit community. Youth's words and actions had given him hope, and he began to see a future filled with possibilities. As the seasons changed, so did the challenges that life brought to Afikpo. The once clear waters of the Cross River became troubled, and the fish that Mochi and Obinna relied on for their livelihood grew scarce. The village faced the threat of a poor harvest, and anxiety began to ripple through the community. One evening, as the family gathered around the fire, Mochi expressed his concerns. "The river has changed, and the fish are fewer. We must find a way to adapt, or we will struggle to provide for our family and the village." Youth, ever the pillar of strength, placed a reassuring hand on his. "We will find a way, Mochi. We have faced challenges before and overcome them. Together, we are strong." Determined to find a solution, Youth and Mochi sought the advice of the village elders. The elders, wise and experienced, suggested exploring alternative sources of food and trade. They encouraged the villagers to plant more crops and diversify their skills. Youth took this advice to heart. She gathered the women of Afikpo and organized a series of workshops to teach new weaving techniques and craft skills. She believed that by empowering the women, they could create new opportunities for their families and the village. The workshops were a great success. Women of all ages came together to learn and share their knowledge. The spirit of cooperation and resilience that Youth had nurtured over the years blossomed, and the village began to thrive once more. In celebration of their newfound prosperity and the spirit of unity that had brought them through the difficult times, the village of Afikpo decided to hold a grand festival. It would be a time to honor their traditions, celebrate their achievements, and look forward to a future filled with hope. The preparations for the festival were filled with excitement and anticipation. The village square was decorated with vibrant clothes and flowers, and the aroma of delicious food filled the air. Music and laughter echoed through the streets as everyone came together to contribute to the festivities. On the day of the festival, Youth and her family were at the heart of the celebrations. Youth's face shone with pride and joy as she watched the community she loved so dearly come together in unity and happiness. The highlight of the festival was a traditional dance performance, where the villagers showcased their cultural heritage through music and dance. Youth, with her graceful movements and radiant smile, led the dancers in a display of elegance and tradition. As the sun set and the night sky filled with stars, the village gathered around a large bonfire. Elders shared stories of their ancestors, and children listened with wide-eyed wonder. It was a night of connection, where the past and present came together to forge a brighter future. Amidst the celebrations, Obinna approached Youth. "Mama Youth," he said, his voice filled with gratitude, "I cannot thank you enough for the kindness and guidance you have shown me. You have given me a second chance at life, and for that, I am forever grateful." Youth smiled warmly. "Obinna, it is not just my doing. The strength and resilience you have shown are what have brought you this far. Remember, in every challenge, there is an opportunity to grow and find new paths." As the years passed, the village of Afikpo continued to flourish under the guiding light of Youth's wisdom and compassion. Her influence extended beyond the boundaries of the village, inspiring others in neighboring communities to embrace the values of kindness, resilience, and unity. One day, a delegation from a distant town arrived in Afikpo. They had heard of Youth's virtues and the prosperity of her village and came seeking her counsel. Their town, like Afikpo once was, faced numerous challenges, and they hoped to learn from the woman who had transformed her community. Youth welcomed them with open arms and shared her journey of perseverance and hope. She spoke of the importance of community, the power of kindness, and the strength found in unity. The delegation left Afikpo with renewed hope and a vision for their own town's future. Back in Afikpo, Youth's children had grown into remarkable individuals. Uche, with his deep respect for tradition, became a storyteller and keeper of the village's history. Otu, with his adventurous spirit, traveled far and wide, bringing new ideas and perspectives back to the village. Yugo, with her gentle heart, followed in her mother's footsteps, becoming a beacon of kindness and compassion. As the village thrived, Youth and Nwachi found joy in watching their children grow and their community prosper. They knew that the seeds of change they had planted would continue to bear fruit for generations to come. Years turned into decades, and Youth's legacy as the virtuous woman of Afikpo became the stuff of legend. Her story was told around firesides and in homes across Ebonyi State and beyond. She was remembered not just for her kindness and wisdom, but for the profound impact she had on the lives of those around her. Youth lived a long and fulfilling life, surrounded by the love and respect of her family and community. Even in her later years, she continued to inspire and guide, her spirit as strong and vibrant as ever. When Youth passed away peacefully in her sleep, the entire village of Afikpo came together to celebrate her life. They honored her with a grand ceremony, filled with music, dance, and stories of her remarkable journey. Her influence had touched so many lives, and her spirit lived on in the hearts of all who knew her. Uche, Otu, and Yugo carried forward their mother's legacy, each in their own way. They continued to uphold the values she had instilled in them, ensuring that the spirit of kindness, resilience, and unity would never fade from Afikpo. And so, the story of Youth, the virtuous woman of Afikpo, became a timeless tale of hope and inspiration. Her life was a testament to the power of love and the enduring strength of the human spirit. In the village of Afikpo, her memory was cherished, and her legacy lived on, a shining beacon for all who sought to follow in her footsteps. Thank you for watching. In this story, I hope you learned something from this story. Please share with us what you learned from this story in the comment section, and also share with us where you're watching the story from. Don't forget to share this beautiful story with your loved ones. Like and subscribe if you've not done so, until I bring another story your way. Bye.